President Bongbong Marcos came to the defense of the proposed Maharlika Investment Fund, saying it will be a much-needed boon in securing investments. Social Welfare Secretary Erwin Tulfo fails to get the nod of the Commission on Appointments for a second time, as lawmakers continue to settle issues on his citizenship, among others. And despite high inflation, the Trade Department claims that 500 pesos is enough for a family of five's Noche Buena. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. President Bongbong Marcos is now in Belgium for the ASEAN-EU Commemorative Summit. To give us the details, we have Maricel Halili joining us live from Brussels. Hi, Mase. What is the president's schedule like in the next few days?
Hi, Sean. The first thing in the agenda of President Bongbong Marcos today is to face the Filipino community here in Brussels. We have roughly about 5,600 OFWs living here in Belgium. Most of them are working as domestic helpers. So the president himself will face the Filipino community this evening around 6 o'clock Brussels time. That'll be around 1 in the morning in Manila. As you can see in the video, President Bongbong Marcos arrived here in Brussels at around 3 o'clock in the morning, Brussels time. That's about 10 o'clock in the morning, Manila time. He was with the First Lady, Liza Araneta Marcos, together with the other members of the cabinet. Sean?
Right. And what issues are we expecting to be tackled during this ASEAN-EU summit?
President Bongbong Marcos himself said that he will pitch for Filipino seafarers, especially those who are working in the European vessel. He said that if we recall during the past years, the strategy of the government is just to submit documents as response to the evaluation of the European Maritime Security Agency, or EMSA. The president himself said that this is not enough to meet the standards and to give us the accreditation from EMSA. And so the president plans to ensure that the country will meet these standards to be able to secure also the jobs of the Filipino seafarers. Aside from this, the Foreign Affairs Department earlier stated that the president also, together with the other ASEAN leaders and the European Union leaders, are expected to discuss regional issues such as the Russian-Ukraine conflict. Of course, they are also expected to discuss about economy and the climate change. The Department of Foreign Affairs also mentioned that the president will be meeting with 10 heads of state here in Europe. Sean?
All right, and PBBM has also, of course, spoken up about the Maharlika Investment Fund. What can you tell us about that?
That's right, Sean. This is the first time that the president gave his thoughts about the Maharlika Wealth Fund. During our interview en route to Brussels, I asked the president about his position about the Maharlika Wealth Fund. He said that he actually supports the idea of this particular investment. For him, the Philippines really needs additional source of income, and this is one way of getting that particular investment. The president said that it's good that our legislators continue to amend the provisions of the Maharlika Wealth Fund. At least they can perfect it before we can start a debate. The president said that it'll be better if we will wait for the legislators to finalize the draft bill. Sean?
All right, thank you so much for all those updates from Belgium. That was Maricel Halili reporting to us live. And more amendments have been made to the bill creating the Maharlika Investment Fund. The House Committee on Banks and Intermediaries had the bill renamed back to Maharlika Investment Fund. At least 20% of the fund's profit will also be allocated for social welfare projects. Penal provisions for those violating the MIF guidelines have also been set under the proposed amendments. And the Trade Department insists that 500 pesos is enough for a family of five's Noche Buena. Josh Camo with the details.
As Christmas draws near, Filipinos scramble to prepare for the traditional Christmas Eve dinner. But with inflation on the rise, is 500 pesos enough to have a decent Noche Buena? If you ask the Trade Department, 500 pesos can go a long way.
Sa supermarket, kasi marami kang makikitang bundled products. Yung promo products na ang basis natin for computation are the actual prices na groceries.
But for everyday consumers, this is not realistic. 500 pesos is simply not enough for a Christmas Eve dinner. To prove this, Angie participated in our 500 peso Noche Buena challenge. She got the normal staples for Noche Buena like pasta, fruit cocktail, and other ingredients. But when she checked out, she paid over 2,200 pesos. The 500 pesos can only pay for spaghetti sauce, pasta, all-purpose cream, kaong, and mushroom.
Yung worth 500, meron lang certain food na nabibili pero it's not enough.
Wala na pong may bibiling talagang kumbaga Noche Buena, hindi po kasya. Sa mahal po ng bilihin due to inflation natin, napakataas. Baka mabili lang po nun, baka pansit na lang. Dating 1,000 budget ko, ngayon halos doble na.
Ay, kung ilang pamilya, paghahandawa 5 o 6, hindi talaga kakasya. Siguro sa kagaya namin, wag na yung mga mahal yun eh. Siguro mga 1,500 okay na. Minimum na yun, 1,500. Okay na, hindi na maluho yun.
Netizens were also quick to point out the seemingly out-of-touch post by the DTI. The post, which has now been deleted, indicated that 488 pesos is good for a Noche Buena meal. This includes pandesal and ingredients for spaghetti and fruit salad. However, reality on the ground shows otherwise. For its part, the DTI has said that it cannot regulate prices of Noche Buena items, and that the best they can do is to appeal to manufacturers. With prices of goods soaring, Filipinos have no choice but to get creative. For News 5, Josh Camo, We Are One News.
We will be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The UP Fighting Maroons inch closer to back-to-back titles in the UAAP Men's Basketball Tournament after shooting down the Ateneo Blue Eagles in Game 1 of the finals. Marty Bautista with the report.
The UP Fighting Maroons are just one win away from securing back-to-back men's basketball titles after holding off the Ateneo Blue Eagles in Game 1 of the UAAP Season 85 Finals. UP only managed to score 2 points in the final 4 minutes of the game, but their stellar defense kept Ateneo at bay. Xavier Lucero led UP with 14 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 crucial blocks in the payoff period.
Defensively, we started well. And yung movement ng bola was really there. I like the way yung team looking for the open man. And na-sustain, at least, they had their run kanina, but at least na-sustain naman namin yung bandang fourth.
UP's second unit also played a huge role in the win, tallying 35 bench points out of the Fighting Maroons' 72 total points. The team also had 13 fast break points to Ateneo's 1. Ateneo was not able to weather the storm after losing top scorer Fortsky Padrigao to an injury in the third quarter. He had 16 points to lead Ateneo before heading to the bench. With this, the Blue Eagles leaned on Ange Kawame, who finished with 15 points and 10 rebounds. With their backs against the wall, Game 2 on December 14, Wednesday, is a must-win for the Blue Eagles, while for the Fighting Maroons, a win would give them their second straight crown and their fourth in UAAP history. For News 5, Marty Bautista, we are One News.
Checking in on the weather, we have Tropical Storm Rosal slightly weakening while it continues to move away from the country. Rosal was last spotted some 880 kilometers east of extreme northern Luzon. Pag-asa says that Rosal is unlikely to affect the country's weather from here on. The tropical storm is moving east-northeast at 15 kilometers per hour. It is expected to rapidly weaken into a low-pressure area by tomorrow night. And here's a quick look at today's other top stories. Voter registration for the 2023 Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections resumed today. COMELEC offices and other satellite venues will be open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mondays to Saturdays. Registrations will run until January 31, 2023. Social Welfare Secretary Erwin Tulfo is set to be bypassed by the Commission on Appointments for a second time. CA Chairman and Senate President Miguel Zubiri said they need more time to tackle Tulfo's citizenship along with other issues. Ginebra import Justin Brownlee is closer to becoming a naturalized Filipino after the Senate unanimously approved the bill on his naturalization. The bill will be transmitted to Malacanang for the president's signature. Brownlee is being eyed as a reinforcement for the 6th and final window of the FIBA World Cup Asian qualifiers. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.